Hello, everyone. Welcome back to our channel Canada Immigration. We hope you're doing great. Well, in this episode, we will discuss Saskatchewan Immigrant Nominee Program 2023, SINP. So, to get all the information, pay attention and watch the video through to the end. Please hit like and subscribe, and don't forget to push the notification bell for upcoming episodes. So, without any further delay, let's jump into the video. Saskatchewan is home to one of the country's most rapidly growing economies and populations, thanks largely to the arrival of immigrants from around the world. Saskatchewan is one of the prairie provinces of Western Canada. Its economy is primarily based on agriculture and important natural resources industries like forestry and fishing. It boasts two major cities, Saskatoon and Regina, as well as vast expanses of pristine wilderness. Saskatchewan is very successful with immigration. The province was welcoming between 3,000 and 4,000 newcomers per year. That number has now grown to 15,000. This is particularly impressive when considering that Saskatchewan's population is just over 1 million. The province is one of Canada's most popular destinations for newcomers. Overview of the Saskatchewan PNP. The Saskatchewan Provincial Nominee Program, officially the Saskatchewan Immigrant Nominee Program, SINP, launched in 1998. It launched to help address economic and labor market needs through immigration to the province. Saskatchewan's provincial program has been very successful. 7 out of 10 newcomers to the province immigrated through the SINP. The province also has a high employment rate for newcomers, around 76%. Retention rates are also high, with over 85% of newcomers choosing to stay in Saskatchewan. Saskatchewan is a popular destination among newcomers. The Saskatchewan PNP program has a reputation of being an easy PNP. This may be because of the variety of immigration options it provides immigration candidates. Saskatchewan has an enhanced subcategory and many base subcategories. The enhanced subcategory is called Saskatchewan Express Entry and is under the International Skilled Worker category. Enhanced means that the subcategory is aligned with the Express Entry system, which is the system that the federal government uses to manage permanent residence applications through the country's three main economic class immigration programs. The Express Entry system gives a candidate a point score based on the comprehensive ranking system, CRS. The highest ranking candidates are invited to apply for permanent residence during an Express Entry draw. If you get a nomination from an enhanced provincial program, you get an extra 600 CRS points, practically guaranteeing getting an invitation to apply ITA for permanent residence. You also get your nomination through your Express Entry profile. The majority of Saskatchewan subcategories are base streams. This means that they are not aligned with the Express Entry system. Candidates who get a provincial nomination are required to apply directly to Immigration, Refugees and Citizenship Canada, IRCC. Saskatchewan immigration streams. If you wish to immigrate to Saskatchewan, then you have 4 options to choose from. 1. International Skilled Worker category. 2. Saskatchewan Experience category. 3. Entrepreneur and Farm category. For International Graduate Entrepreneur category. The International Skilled Worker category is for skilled workers who wish to live and work in Saskatchewan. The Saskatchewan Experience category is for foreign workers who are already living in Saskatchewan, including holders of a current work permit and international graduates. The Entrepreneur and Farm category is for individuals who wish to own and actively operate a business or a farming operation in Saskatchewan. The International Graduate Entrepreneur category is for international students graduating from an eligible post-secondary institution in Saskatchewan and who are planning to start a business in the province. 1. International Skilled Worker category. The International Skilled Worker category consists of 4 pathways. Tech Talent Pathway. This subcategory is for highly skilled workers who have a job offer from a Saskatchewan employer in one of 11 tech occupations. Employment Offer. This subcategory is for skilled workers who have a job offer from a Saskatchewan employer. Occupations in Demand. This subcategory is for highly skilled workers with experience in an in-demand occupation in Saskatchewan, who do not yet have a job offer in the province. Saskatchewan Express Entry. This subcategory is for candidates already in the Immigration, Refugees and Citizenship Canada's IRCC Express Entry pool and have skilled work experience in an in-demand occupation in Saskatchewan. Application fee, $350 Canadian. Processing time. Minimum requirements: have proof of legal status, if currently residing in Canada. Score a minimum of 60 points out of 110 on the point assessment grid. How it works. Saskatchewan uses an expression of interest, EOI, for the express entry and occupations in demand subcategories. You must first register your EOI on the SINP Apply online portal, where you will be asked to fill out a form. Answers on the form will be used to assess your eligibility. To enter the EOI pool, you must score a minimum of 60 out of 110 points in the EOI points grid. The EOI points grid assesses you based on 5 factors: education and training, skilled work experience, language ability, age and connections to the Saskatchewan labor market, and adaptability. If you're selected, you will receive an invitation to apply during an EOI draw. At this point, you can apply for a provincial nomination from the Saskatchewan Immigrant Nominee Program, SINP. You can do this through the same portal. If you have a job offer and you're applying through the employment offer subcategory, you can apply directly without needing to register an EOI. After your application is approved, you can then apply for permanent residence directly to IRCC. If you're applying through the express entry subcategory, Saskatchewan will enter the details of your nomination into the system. This means you will get an extra 600 comprehensive ranking system (CRS) points, which will effectively guarantee receiving an invitation to apply for permanent residence in the next express entry draw. Saskatchewan Experience category. The Experience category consists of 6 pathways: skilled worker with existing work permit. This subcategory is for skilled workers who have been working in Saskatchewan for at least 6 months and who hold a valid work permit. Semi-skilled agriculture worker with existing work permit. This subcategory is for semi-skilled workers who have been working for more than 6 months with a valid work permit for the employer offering them a job, or who have previously worked in Saskatchewan for at least 6 months. They must also have a full-time permanent job offer from a Saskatchewan employer as a general farm worker, NOC 8431, or nursery and greenhouse worker, NOC 8432. Health professionals. This subcategory is for physicians, nurses, or other healthcare workers who have worked for at least 6 months in Saskatchewan. Hospitality sector project. This subcategory is for food and beverage servers, food counter attendants, kitchen helpers, or housekeeping and cleaning staff in Saskatchewan. They must have been working for at least 6 months in the province. Long-haul truck driver project. This subcategory is for those who have been working at an approved trucking firm in Saskatchewan for at least 6 months. Students. This subcategory is for students who graduated from a post-secondary institution anywhere in Canada, and who worked in Saskatchewan for at least 24 months. Students who graduated from a Saskatchewan institution need to have worked in the province for just 6 months. Application fee, none. Processing time, 1-2 weeks. Minimum requirements. How it works. You must first determine if you're eligible for one of the subcategories. Once you're ready to apply, you can do so at SINP Apply online. Complete your application, upload all of the required documents in PDF format and submit. After you do this, you will receive an email confirming that your application was submitted. Saskatchewan then assess your application and make a final decision. If you are successful, you will receive a provincial nomination. You can then use this nomination to apply for permanent residence directly with Immigration, Refugees and Citizenship Canada, IRCC. Entrepreneur and farm category. Our entrepreneur subcategory. This subcategory is for people who wish to invest in Saskatchewan by establishing, acquiring or partnering in a business in the province. You're expected to take on an active management role in the business. B. Farm owners and operators subcategory. This subcategory is for experienced farmers with a large capital who are looking to invest in a farming operation and settle in Saskatchewan. Application fee, $2,500 Canadian dollars. Processing time, 14 weeks. Minimum requirements: A must have a minimum net worth of $500,000 Canadian dollars, or $300,000 through the young farmer stream. B. Must have accumulated your net worth through legal means, verified to at least 80%. How the entrepreneur subcategory works. The entrepreneur category has 4 steps. First, you must register your expression of interest to the SINP, and you will be given a point score. Those with the highest points are selected in each draw. If successful, you will be selected and invited to submit an application. You will then have to submit an application directly to the SINP through the SINP Apply online system. While your application is being assessed, you will be contacted for a final interview, after which you will be sent a business performance agreement, BPA, for you to review and sign. You must email the BPA within 20 days after submitting the BPA. You will then receive your SINP entrepreneur approval letter and a temporary work permit support letter. The next step is to apply for a temporary work permit within 3 months. Move to Saskatchewan and establish your business. You must attend an arrival meeting within 18 months of the date on your SINP entrepreneur approval letter. You must arrive in Saskatchewan within 18 months after receiving your first temporary work permit support letter, after you transfer your funds in Canada. Maintain legal status in Canada and run your business according to the Business Performance Agreement, BPA, for at least 6 months. You can then request provincial nomination. With a nomination, you will be able to apply for permanent residence directly with IRCC. How the farm owners and operators subcategory works. You must first make sure you have all the required documents, include your spouse or common law partner, dependent children, and an employee in your current farming operation in your application. Submit your application by sending an email to saskeentrepreneur@government.sk.ca. You may be contacted by the SINP if they need clarification, additional documents, or an interview. If your application is successful, you will receive 2 documents: a nomination approval and request for approval letter. B. Business Performance Agreement, BPA. The letter will explain how you can make the refundable $75,000 Canadian dollars good faith deposit by wire transfer. It must be received within 3 months. Once the payment is received, and you sign the BPA and send it back, you will be receiving a provincial nomination. With a nomination, you can then apply for permanent residence directly with IRCC. Evaluating your net worth. The SINP evaluate your net worth through 2 financial service providers. International Graduate Entrepreneur category. This category is for international graduates of eligible post-secondary institutions in Saskatchewan, who are planning to start a business. Approved candidates must operate and manage a business in Saskatchewan for at least a year to be eligible for a provincial nomination for permanent residence. This category is for international students graduating from eligible post-secondary institutions in Saskatchewan, and who are planning to start a business in the province. Approved candidates will have to operate and manage a business in Saskatchewan for at least a year to be eligible for a provincial nomination for permanent residence. Application fee, none. Processing time, 14 weeks. Minimum requirements. 1 must be at least 21 years old. 2 must have completed a full-time post-secondary degree, or diploma that is at least 2 years in duration from a Saskatchewan designated learning institution. 3 must hold a valid post-graduation work permit, PGWP, that is valid for at least 2 years. 4 must have lived in Saskatchewan for the duration of their academic program. 5 must meet the language requirement of CLB 7. How it works. The process is similar to the entrepreneur category. It also has 4 steps. First, you must register your expression of interest to the SINP, and you will be given a point score. Those with the highest points are selected in each draw. If successful, You will be selected and invited to submit an application. You will then have to submit an application directly to the SINP through the SINP Apply online system. You must also submit a business establishment plan, BEP, that corresponds to the information you submitted in your EOI. If you pass this stage, you will have to sign a business performance agreement, BPA. This will be based on the BEP you submitted. The next step is to actively operate your proposed business within the terms of the BPA. You must fulfill the BPA requirements before your PGWP expires. After the conditions of the BPA are met, you can then apply for a provincial nomination for permanent residence. With a nomination, you will be able to apply for permanent residence directly with IRCC. Frequently asked questions. 1. How do you immigrate to Saskatchewan? The first step is to identify which category and subcategory you would be eligible for by checking the eligibility criteria for the category or categories you are interested in. Once you do this, you should check the application procedure for your chosen category. In some cases, you will have to submit an expression of interest, EOI, as a pre-application. Based on the answers you give while submitting your EOI, you will be given a point score. Those with the highest scores are invited to apply through the SINP website. In other cases, an EOI will not be required and you may be able to apply directly. 2. Is the Saskatchewan PNP easy? The Saskatchewan PNP has a reputation of being easy. This may be true depending on your situation. For example, if you're a skilled worker living abroad and you meet certain criteria, or you're an existing work permit holder living in Saskatchewan, it may be easy to make permanently immigrate to Saskatchewan. In addition, if you are looking to start a business, including a farm operation, Saskatchewan can be a good option if you meet certain criteria. 3. How long does the Saskatchewan PNP take? Processing times can vary. The processing time for the international skilled worker category varies depending on the subcategory. The express entry and occupation in demand subcategory can take over 30 weeks for the employment offer subcategory. However, the processing time is just 4 weeks. For the Saskatchewan Experience category, processing times can be just 1-2 weeks. This is because candidates are likely already living in Saskatchewan. The processing time for the International Graduate Entrepreneur category and the Entrepreneur and Farm category is 14 weeks. For can you immigrate to Saskatchewan without express entry? Yes, you do not need to have an express entry profile to immigrate to Saskatchewan, unless you are looking to immigrate through the express entry subcategory under the International Skilled Worker category. 5. Which occupations are in demand in Saskatchewan? To be eligible for the occupation in demand subcategory, your occupation should not be on the province's excluded occupation list. 6. Is the Saskatchewan PNP open now? Yes. 7. How do you calculate the Saskatchewan PNP points? To learn about how to calculate the Saskatchewan PNP points according to the points assessment grid. 8. Who can apply for the Saskatchewan PNP? If you wish to immigrate to Saskatchewan, there are a few options to choose from, depending on your situation. Skilled workers who live abroad and who wish to live and work in Saskatchewan may be eligible through the International Skilled Worker category. The Saskatchewan Experience category targets foreign workers who are already in Saskatchewan, such as work permit holders, and international students. Under this category, there are dedicated subcategories for work permit holders, students, health professionals, workers in the hospitality sector, and long-haul truck drivers. Entrepreneurs who wish to own and actively operate a business or a farming operation in Saskatchewan should immigrate through the Entrepreneur and Farm category. Finally, the International Graduate Entrepreneur category is for international graduates of a post-secondary institution in Saskatchewan who wish to start a business in the province. 9. You have a score of over 60 in the SINP. Is that enough? If you are looking to immigrate to Saskatchewan through the International Skilled Worker category, you need to score at least 60 out of 110 in the points assessment grid. However, there are other additional requirements that you must meet regarding your language skills, education, work experience, licensure, and settlement funds. 10. What are the popular universities and colleges in Saskatchewan? Universities: A University of Regina, B University of Saskatchewan. Colleges: Campion College, Luther College, St. Thomas More College, the First Nations University of Canada, St. Peter's College, Briarcrest College and Seminary, College of Emmanuel and St. Chad, Horizon College and Seminary, Lutheran Theological Seminary. St. Andrew's College. That is all for today, in this video. What are your thoughts on this? Please let us know in the comments section below. Thanks for watching the entire video. Hopefully, the information is useful to you. See you later, in the next episode. Till then, take care.